Hey, welcome to Roots in Alaska. We're on the river. We're heading out to the place where we like to hunt geese. I'm pulling a sawmill and we're going to get goose camp set up, mill some lumber, maybe build a floor for a wall tent to sit on, and then so a little nicer for everybody to be there. Let's get after it. I don't know how far along I'm going to get in this mission of cutting wood, so I might as well get that tent set up. So I got to cut some poles, 4 poles, 5 poles. It's about 8 o'clock right now, so I got to get after getting this tent up. So I'm going to get after it. Three more. Okay, those should work. Get my wall tent over here and some rope, paracord, tie those together. Roof, in case it starts pouring. 12 by 16, all-purpose tarp, best the money could buy. Clay Hayes even approves it, I think now. Sleeping bag, got it double wrapped. Trash bag, multi-use, use it for trash, and it keeps your sleeping bag dry on the way out. The way back, you're not quite as concerned. A good old splitting maul, Fiskars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20. High flyers on a mission. So the whole point of this is I wanted to go with the white tent because the white tent's camouflage. That little green one I had was great, but if I have the kids out here in Santa or something, that little green one with a single pole like I had last year is just not quite big enough. And the Arctic ovens, which we use in the wintertime, are a big investment. It's an expensive tent. So if I'm coming back and forth, I might not be out here for a few days. And this time of year, with the animals that are rolling around this time of year, it would bum me out if one tore into one of these canvas tents, but it'd really bum me out if they tore into an Arctic oven. I mean, that's like collapsed poles, rips, tears. I mean, that could be a couple $1,000 bill really quickly with those tents that I've had for over 20 years now. So with a good old wall tent, there's no poles they can mess up. There's only the canvas, there's a door, and you push their way in and out. Not near as much of an investment, and it's still a really good warm shelter. So that's where I'm going with the canvas tent out here. I gotta fix this up. That's no good. I just had right here a dozen geese fly over, just wings lit. That's what we're rolling with tonight. It's too buku, too big of a hole. If I start cutting and doing stuff, that'll be good enough for now. I'll just start a fire, just take the chill off. Won't keep it going all night. This will just keep it from going on there. That's the makeshift fix for tonight. Drag my boxes over, get a fire going, put my cot together, and be ready for the night. I'm just gonna burn some brush tonight. I'm not even gonna go out and take a ride. Hell with it. A little bed of coals going in there. Oh yeah, already warming up. A little movement of birds the last hour or so, I can hear them. Gotta stay focused. We're not hunting yet. Going liquid IV for dinner. Had a good dinner before I left. Warm in here, warming up. Probably about 65 in here, not super warm. Not the best wood, but better than outside. Bag's warming up. Kick these boots off and climb into the sleeping bag. See you in the morning. Well, get a fire going. Warm up in here just a little bit while I'm making coffee. I
just hear the songbirds. I don't hear any geese. Cooled off a little bit, but pretty darn warm out. Probably right below freezing. Not raining, so I think I'm gonna get this fire rolling. Well, I got my boots warming up. Got the socks nice and hot. Hot coffee coming my way. Hear a few geese out there. Chirp, 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 trying to distract me. But I'm gonna get rolling, try to find all my logs, figure out a place to set my mill or how I'm gonna do that. But I wanna locate all my wood first. I'll take a quick trip around the thing, make a little mile radius just to see about checking out tracks and see what else is out there. You never know. Get the blood flowing a little bit, and then start cutting some wood and see how far we could get on milling some lumber today or getting some stuff prepped. Excited. Whether you building the floor today or hunting geese, this is the place to be, I'll tell you that. Waiting for my boots to warm up just a little bit more. Birds are moving, so you gotta stop and listen. I even put some shells in my shotgun. I'm not gonna start hunting geese till I get this floor kind of started, but hunting geese and one maybe falling into my soup pot are two different things. Hunting geese actively in a blind all day is one thing. Having your shotgun ready for that rogue flyby that's just too low to dump right into the soup pot, that's another. Camp meat, call that. You're not actively hunting, but you gotta eat. Camp meat. They're doing their little morning flight that they'll do, and they'll settle back down, but it gives you a good understanding of how many birds are in the country right now. If they just continuously just fly, that you got more birds coming in. We got southern birds coming in. But if you get a push for an hour, that's just birds that are local birds in these flats that are just picking up, lubing their wings, getting some movement, warming up, flying low back and forth in these flats. And Sugar Lake. That one missed my soup pot. Got more coming here. I was shooting through these branches. Just waiting for my boots to dry. Not hunting geese, waiting for my boots to dry. I will build that floor. But the birds are moving. Well, got stuff to do, huh? Cool. Be cooler if I had one for dinner, but that's all I really want is one for dinner. But they're moving. My boots are drying. My boots are drying. I'm not hunting geese. My boots are just drying. Okay, the morning push of birds is over, so I can get back to work. My boots are still drying a little bit. Got my graph paper out here. I got to figure out how much lumber I need. So I'm building a 10 by 12 floor with 4-foot walls. We're gonna go 2 by 6 floor. My rim joists are, I need 2 by 6 by 12. For my decking, that's gonna eat up some lumber. 7 2 by 6 by 10s, 22 2 by 6 by 12s, 10 2 by 4 by 12s, 4 2 by 4 by 10s, and 32 1 by 6 by 12s. Better get after it. It's a lot of milling. Master plan. There's a mink right there. Seen me, took off. Once we get some birds in here, he'll be back. Little one, little mink. Sorry you missed that. I got too damn excited. Had him coming right over. Had to get dinner. I'll go get him when I get my boots on. I still got my slippers on. Trying to keep my feet dry. Ain't going nowhere. Got dinner anyways. Thought I better make another pot of coffee. Gotta ease into things every once in a while, you know? Good dinner right there. Speckle belly, white fronted goose, whatever you want to call it. Call them yellow legs, sugar legs. Kind of our favorite around here. Hanging it up so that mink doesn't get it while I'm working. And I'm gonna go over and start checking out these trees. I'm just driving through the woods here,
and looking for wood I could use, and I am getting lucky today. I came around the corner, and if this isn't rotten right here, it doesn't have to be perfect for this operation, but that'll get me started. Super stoked to find this big dry wood. If I could find 1 or 2 more like that, that's great. So I'm just gonna cut this to length here and then kind of cut and haul wood for a few hours here, get everything back closer, and I'll mill it where I'm gonna build instead of bringing my sawmill around through all this stuff. I just afraid I'd get it caught on a branch and bend it or something. So start cutting wood. I'm gonna go get my sled and my saw and do a little bit more scouting, see what else I see, and then come back and I'll keep looking here. Found another tree here, a twin. It blew down. One went that way and the other one came this way. This is another bonus right here. Not standing, but if I sink my saw into it a couple different lengths and it's not orange, it's still got yellow wood in there, we'll use it. Grade A. Good timber right there, boy. Hell yeah. You could not ask for better wood than that. It's yellow all the way through. It's light, but it's not rotten. If it stays like that all the way to the tip, that's awesome. I'm gonna grab my tape measure. I don't want to can't be cutting myself short or cutting stuff a foot too long and wasting it on the other side. Every foot matters, so I'm gonna grab that tape measure. Okay, gonna load some wood in the back of this sled. Take this tree, drop it off, keep on cutting. Just feel so glad that I found this dry wood. Awesome. Got the wood loaded, heading to camp. Almost ready for breakfast. Lunch, whatever. Okay. First load, all good. Got the wood all unloaded, grabbed a bit of lunch. I'm gonna head back for my next tree. There she is. Not quite as of a beauty. The top's missing, so it might be a little punky or rotten. We'll just have to find out. And there's a lot of branches on it, knotty pine, a lot of knots in there, but not gonna find many like that last one. That one was perfect, so I'm not complaining about this one either. This is
This is phenomenal. Big tree, big tree. As long as it's not punky, super orange, we'll be loving it. Yeah, you can see on the outside there, that's some rot, but maybe it's just the outside layer. Maybe we'll get lucky and the inside will be good. Looks like the woodpecker's been in this one pretty good. If nothing else, firewood, but I think that, I'm guessing it'll be all right in some section. One way to find out is cut her down. Next, saw my little grouse running around there, puffing his neck up. Tried to get where I could see him, but he was staying in the brush. I seen him for a little while. I was watching him see if he'd dance for me, beat his wings. He was making an op, op, op noise a little bit, but it didn't start. Op, 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 op. It's cool if you can see him do it. You hear it all the time, but seeing him's different. Okay. Okay, get these couple trees loaded up. I'm gonna level up my mill and see what we got.
All right, I'm tired of walking around in this deep snow. I'll get back there, I'll shovel out a nice landing to work in and get hydrated, have some water, and start running that mill, see where I'm at. We'll take a little coffee break. It's about 4:30. Have some coffee, regroup, get that mill rolling after this, tackle those big logs. Got a little leveling up to do, and start the milling process. A lot of daylight left, hoping to get a lot of this milling done, or some of this milling done today. And that way tomorrow I can finish the milling and build the floor. Still got a goose to cook. I'm excited about that. Right now I'm excited about coffee. Ooh, that sounds good. I built up my courage enough to give her a good effort here. Got my mill pretty darn level. Back to getting this big billy. It's just right there, but it's heavy. Winged one. Oh, where'd my snow go? Over there, hit the grass. A lot of those geese are coming through the opening right over there behind the camp. Be a good place to have blind in there, but it's weather coming in a little bit. I'm tired of that big log. I gotta get it though. Okay, this big log is like a 5-stage deal or something. I had to have a coffee break. Then I got it up on the thing. Then I had to kill a goose. Now I'm gonna put it on the mill. I'm gonna use my axe handle, try not to break it. See if I can use that for a pry. I'm just not quite strong enough to get it up there. And I'm hoping it doesn't roll off that other side. Sorry you couldn't be with me during this monumental occasion here, but I finally got this stupid log up here. Put it all the way down on the ground. Didn't go from there. Just lifted up one in there and then the big end. Now we'll start doing a little milling. This is a Husqvarna 395 XP 95cc saw. Me and my cousin Roger built a cabin upriver with this mill on Life Below Zero Next Generation, and it worked really good. That saw is bad to the bone, John. That's a pretty good cut, see, and then you get 6 inches in the middle of that or so, and if I could get that really tall, I could get as much 2x6s as I can out of this one board. We got a little rot down here in the end, but we'll work through that. Hopefully we get out of that, or we'll cut it off and we'll stagger the wood. Whatever we got to do, we'll figure it out. But that's a beauty cut. There's something about turning a tree into usable lumber. I just love it. I'm happy to be milling. Inch and 3/4, doing everything backwards because that's the way I want to work today. Put the big board on, so I made this is going to be my top of my floor, as big as I can make it. I was able to squeeze some 12 inches out of there, not as many as I would liked, but did good. Got that one big log all milled up. I'm hungry, my feet are wet, and I need to pluck some geese and get a fire going and think about eating something. So I'm gonna get a fire rolling and a little bit of firewood situated, burn up a bunch of this loose brush and stuff like that, and grab my shotgun, sit out by the flat there a little bit on something, and have a little bit of water and pluck that last honker I got. It's probably the easiest to pluck, so I'll save that speckle belly for Santa if I don't get any other ones. That's their favorite. So I'll cook that Canadian goose tonight. So yeah, good to get the mill running, but I gotta get dinner on the fire here so I could be multitasking. It's not gonna cook itself. Lumber's looking great. Saw's running good. Everything's working good. Even my body is working good. Feel good. When I was growing up, hunting birds in the spring was illegal. We weren't allowed to do it. They're good at being sneaky. They finally legalized it. I don't know what the hell it was about. Everybody did it. Everybody in rural Alaska did it. So now it's a federal subsistence hunt, so it's not a state hunt. It's a migratory bird. It's a federal hunt, so you have to be from a rural place to qualify for it. It's kind of a bummer for guys that like to enjoy a goose or two from the city, but I'm sure they figured it out. I'll finish plucking this bird. Get it gutted. I'll throw some potatoes and onions and inside of it and wrap it up. Throw it in the coals.
3 pounds, maybe 4. A lot of food. About every 15 minutes or so I flip it over and twist it this way and that way. Keep an eye on it. And I'm just going to kick back here and kind of watch that cook for a while, rest up, make sure everything's going good, and then I let it cook in there probably a couple hours. And you really smell that onion and that goose sizzling, and it's good stuff. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. Well, I've been busy. I got a little load of wood for the tent while my goose is cooking. Fire going in the tent. Last little bit of daylight. It's been quiet on the birds. Haven't heard much. They must have kind of boogied on out or moved somewhere else. That was the first little push. We'll have more coming in, but let's check out this goose. Soft, tender. Got some tender meat right there. Holy smokes. Potato. I feel a little bit like I've missed out on some good hunting today, but I'm confident that it'll be a couple good days, and then if I could get Santa and Ryder out hunting with me, that really helps. That onion is like candy. Well, the best thing about today is I get to do it all again tomorrow. Loving it. Hard work, turning trees into lumber. Can get something at the end of it. Fresh food off the land. Doesn't get any better than this. Hot tent. Hit her again in the morning. Later. Thanks for watching Roots in Alaska. Make sure you like and subscribe.